What if I told you that the world you wake up to each day, the blinking lights of your phone screen, the echoing hum of traffic, the rush of obligation wrapped in the cloth of routine, is nothing more than a carefully orchestrated illusion? A stage so intricately designed, its actors so well rehearsed, that even the audience no longer remembers it's watching a play. Most never question it. They live, love, suffer, succeed, all inside a perfectly woven dream. But like shadows cast on the wall of Plato's cave, what is seen is not the truth, it is the echo of it. And if you are not asking the question, then you may already be caught in the web. The matrix is not some futuristic cage of wires and tubes. Language is taught not just to speak, but to define what can be spoken of. It was built to protect, to preserve what we understand and banish what we don't. A longing not just to escape, but to remember to recall the vastness from which you came. It comes in moments, staring at the sky too long, dreaming a dream that felt more real than waking, feeling the tears rise from a song with no words. That whisper is the glitch, the signal, the sacred breach in the program. The system is exhausting by design. It leaves little energy for questioning. It rewards compliance and punishes dissent. The world outside, the true world, is not far. It is just one awakening away. But that awakening is not comfortable. It is not easy. It is not always beautiful. It is death and rebirth. Maybe the veil has thinned for you. Maybe your questions are sacred keys. Maybe you're beginning to wake up. It is the collapse of everything you thought was real. And worst of all, it gives you just enough satisfaction to stay loyal. A raise here, a like there, a vacation that feels like freedom before dragging you back into the grind. It's not oppression with chains, it's sedation with comfort. Civilization emerged as a garden walled off from chaos, but those same walls became our prison. It is older than religion, deeper than thought, more expansive than space. The question is, can you feel it? Do you sense the falseness in what you were taught to revere? Do you sense the hollowness in the chase? The haunting feeling that something essential is missing, even if everything seems fine? That is not depression. That is divine discontent. That is your soul tugging at the veil. You are not a product of this world. You are a participant in its dream. And the moment you realize that, the illusion begins to crack. The myth of safety became stronger than the truth of freedom. A child learns tree and no longer sees the living mystery. It becomes furniture, fuel, paper. Wonder dissolves into labels. The stars become objects, the body a machine, the soul ... an afterthought. And so, layer by layer, the raw, sacred texture of existence is filtered into something manageable, predictable, and most importantly controllable. The awakening soul is called crazy, woo-woo, or delusional. It is mocked, discredited, pushed to the fringe. And yet, that fringe, the edge, is where the veil is thinnest. And those who walk it begin to see the shimmering outline of something much vaster than themselves. It is a frequency, a perception filter, an inherited set of beliefs and unquestioned assumptions masquerading as reality. It is the programming of thought itself, encoded in everything from your education to your entertainment, your relationships to your religious rituals. And yet, it is invisible. Like the air we breathe, the matrix surrounds us not with walls, but with meanings. There is a peculiar comfort in its grasp. After all, a cage you can't see offers no resistance, only routine. So life moves in loops. Work, consume, sleep, repeat. Every choice pre-calculated by systems you didn't design, driven by needs you didn't consciously choose. You vote, you speak, you follow dreams, not realizing those dreams were installed long before you had a say in them. That is the genius of the matrix, not to confine the body, but to lull the soul to sleep. But who built this system? And more urgently, why does almost no one notice? The answer begins not in conspiracy, but in consciousness. Imagine, if you will, an ocean of awareness. Infinite, undivided, radiant. From this ocean, a wave rises and believes itself to be separate, individual, named. It forgets it is made of water. It forgets it was never apart from the sea. That wave is you. That ocean is source. The illusion, the matrix, is everything that keeps you believing otherwise. From your earliest breath, the world begins shaping your lens. This is not a tale of malevolence alone. The matrix is not simply the tool of tyrants or greedy elites. It is also the inheritance of fear. And yet, in all of this, something inside you remembers. Something whispers beneath the noise. The matrix cannot hold what it cannot define. And your essence, your consciousness, is undefinable. It cannot be measured by science or confined by doctrine. But here lies the dilemma. The system has been designed to reject the awakening impulse. It offers distractions at every turn, comfort over truth, entertainment over introspection. Why do 99% remain asleep? Not because they are weak, but because they are tired. And so the soul sleeps. It dreams of purpose, chases shadows, seeks approval, never realizing that it is still in the cave, watching flickers on the wall. The question is not whether you are in the matrix. And if you are still reading, if these words are doing more than informing, they are remembering, then maybe, just maybe, you are not one of the 99%. But beware, awakening is not liberation. It is only the first step.